Tuesday the 24th, it's 53 in here and 32 outside. And the batteries are charged. Oh, fuck, better not do that. These were off the old yellow sled, Ski-Doos. See, I paint pen them in. And you say Ski-Doo right here. And then I bought these because they used to be on the yellow sled. Turn some light on floor area. Wrong switch, there you go. These go over. They go over like that. Keep your hands real warm. I needed to do some modification. I had some blue shock covers for this. They weren't blue, they were that color, which it looks like it's blue, but it's not. It's really freaking purple. So I couldn't find any shock covers that I wanted, so I just ordered some material online and sewed my own. I gotta hook up my lights because the wire snapped last year because I didn't make it long enough. It's LEDs. And then I'm gonna set up some conglomerate of bags that don't belong to this sled. So I can pack mule. That's what I call it. Because, well, where we at? You pretty much better be prepared when you go snowmobiling. I've said it before, to say it again. You better be prepared, that's all. So I went out. I got stuck last year. And it's not fun digging with your hand. So you go to Tractor Supply and you buy $9.99. This thing snaps in there and even matches the sled. Some bitch. This thing's cutting out on high end, about 68, 70 miles an hour. I don't know if it's got bad gas. I don't know if the filter's clogged. I don't know. Waiting to get a little bit of snow and test it again. Otherwise I'll break it down. That isn't what I've been really working on. Really been working on this most of the time. I couldn't find, these are some old graphics. This is the 05 Rev. And 05, so that's what, 15 years old? You can't really, you could buy graphics, but you can't, I can't find the flames anymore. So that's what came on the sled. So I bought a tailgate sticker slash $80. It goes on a Ford truck. I don't know how many feet it would be in one sheet, and it didn't match, and I still worked it, and voila, here we are. So what I did there is add the blue there, add the blue there. See where the blue is dark here, and then it turned light. I pieced it together here. I did the windshield. There's some ugly skull thing here. I covered that up. Had these made by Custom Creation. And I did this storage unit here. And then I paint penned this all blue. It was yellow. All these letters were yellow. I paint penned them all blue. This piping was yellow. Maybe you can see. There you go. See the yellow? There you go. Hooked on my GPS. Did some graphics here. What I did is, like I said, it's 05. There's a weak spot in them. There's quite a few weak spots. They were a forward seating sled when they came out in 03. They were really advanced, Ski-Doo was at that time. But there's some weaknesses in it, but people still follow the revs. It likes to bend there, so usually it'll be off just a little. See where my finger is tight? It's not because it hit anything. See, I can't even get my finger in there. It's not because it hit anything. It's just because it tweaks. Guess it would be a drag car with too much horsepower. I guess you can look at it like that. And then I took I'm so tired of not being able to tell what color shock covers are in blue because they always come purple. So I made my own alligator skin Velcro sewing machine. I did that, and a guy, we went up, make a long story short, we go up to Snowmobile Junkyard, and I told him I have an 05 Rev and I want, he had a whole tunnel thing right here, whole tunnel, and it was a 2012. I said I want to modify it. It ain't gonna work. He just kept running his fucking mouth and said it's not gonna work. I said I don't care if it's gonna work or not. Just sell me the motherfucking tunnel. So he did. Anyway, if you know anything about sleds, it's more closed off. This is a newer style. It's got bigger holes so the snow falls down and is tiered on an angle. And you got prongs. I got 37 steel 1/4 inch pop rivets in this thing. This is how I did it. Ghetto fabulous. I would use the light, but my light don't work. So you could tell, did some caveman plasma cutter, and the reason I had to do it so big is because this right here bevels right here on the angle, so I had to cut out farther out. That's what it is. It's caveman. And they don't normally come out this far. Now the next thing is, you're gonna say it's sturdy. Now you tell me. Holds my weight, and that's all I need. Matter. Then, like I said, had Ski-Doo is that they got a bumblebee logo for the longest time. That was there, so I covered that with alligator skin. My biggest modification was they make a ball seat conversion. This seat normally came down like this and then went like that. Ball seat makes the conversion, it looks like shit. And then you got I can't think of the other brand, but there's another brand out there that is quite nice, and I was going to buy it, but because of COVID-19 they're not making them. So what I did is I took a stock seat and put it on. This is a stock seat, put a stock seat on top of it, took an electric turkey knife, if you want to say it, and kept hacking and hacking and hacking and hacking. This is what it came out. Did it come out perfect? No. There's some mistakes, but it's a normal kit will raise you 3 inches. I say this raised me 5. Is it going to be too tall? I don't know. What really saved me, because I'm not a reupholsterer, I'm not going to tell you. That's why when it comes to my van seats, I'm going to pay the man. For somebody to do reupholstering, you have to have quite a bit of practice, okay? That's just my opinion. You know, I want them to look nice, you know? I want them to look like this. Could I do it? Not at this moment, like I said. Plus, I got too much on my plate already. But anyway, just got sidetracked here. And then I bought this from, I don't know, Wally World. It's actually quite comfortable. The reason I come up with this idea, this seat deal, is because of this. It reminds me of this a lot. The pattern per se. We'll see how well it holds up. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Yeah, oh, and these. Another weak spot is right here. Just want to rip. You can't see underneath there because I ain't got a light. But this is where there's there's a shock that runs through there. A shock that bolts up here. And they're a weak spot. Was it hot dog? Probably. But it was a weak spot. They had a really thin piece of aluminum with pop rivets. So I went back. That's where it all started. In 1/4-inch plate with 5 grade bolts, 1/4 20. So that ain't gonna move. Just in case I get stranded somewhere. I ain't never used it yet. Not even been popped open yet. Keep you warm. Not that anybody cares. Do I drink a sled? I'll have one. Anyway, oh, I did the pantyhose, because where this cover comes in, and when this belt breaks apart, because it'll break apart, and it'll get sucked up in the air box. So what I did there is, okay, you got some foam. So what I did is I put some foam, and then I put a pantyhose on it. Then I bought some material from Joanne Fabrics. It's kind of like frog skin, what they call it, where you can breathe through it, but snow doesn't stick to it. So these sleds run hot, because I'm gonna run it to the ground. I'm not gonna lie. Say what it is. So what I did is I put some extra mesh here, and then I've never seen this, but you could tell that she had his fingers up in this with some fiberglass. Why did I do that? I don't know, because I get ideas and I have to follow through. And all sleds run hot. I mean, the newer sleds, they're more cooler. They're designed better, like a car. This is 05. So what I did is, there was a vent here. There was metal here, and I put metal household screen, window screen, and then I put that same material on it. So when the snow hits it, it won't melt down in there. It'll just drip off. It'll hit. It won't suck. I did the same thing here. It took a long time, to be honest. So you can see this one comes with it, and then you see the screen, and then you could actually see where you could see in the background. You could see right through the mesh. And then this is always all foam, so I took all this stuff out, because these sleds get hot, man. I mean, it's right there. This is aftermarket header. That's plastic. This ain't steel. So I took all the foam out of them, because they do get wet. So I went to Lowell's and got some stuff you put around your ductwork, where it's foam, but then it's got a metal backing on it. I use it for a Duramat. I'm gonna use it in my van, but I tried to put that everywhere that I could here. And last but not least, these are gable end 2.5-inch, gable end ventilation in the house. You start with that, they're 2.5 inches. And then they have fins in it. You gotta cut that, not die glide, but roto rip that shit out, and then put screen in it. And then you gotta glue that stuff in there. And don't use hot glue, because hot glue isn't waterproof, I've learned that. And then wrap that material around it, cut holes in it, and then put a zip tie on it so it won't slide out. And then put friction tape over it. See, it'll move. Whoa. Focus out. It'll move, but it won't push through, because this is aftermarket can. You're not supposed to have this on here, quote unquote. That's what it's saying in the trails. But here's my bitch, and then I'll quit. I fucking hate people, okay? I hate when people, I'm not fucking Johnny Ace Mechanic. Trust me, I am not. Ultra Copper, Permatex, they make black, it's probably good, blue is probably good, blah, blah, blah. But I read in Carcraft magazine years ago, early 90s, that I was blowing header gaskets on my Corvette all the time. They said, just buy some paper, cheap header gaskets and put that Permatex, it's got copper base on both sides, let it set for a day. It won't blow. Well, it was right, it never blew. Point being, yeah, lazy motherfuckers. It's just like doing body work, lazy motherfuckers. If you're gonna do the job, spend a few dollars. Jesus Christ, are you fucking serious? You can buy this by the roll. It's pretty thick. It's a gasket maker. I'll use that. If you don't have that, use a thicker box, cereal box, cracker box. You know, put a gasket in between them. My point being, start her up. She's blowing oil. She's blowing oil all over the place. Actually, I degreased it down. So, because this fucking raving idiot that I bought parental guidance and user discretion advised want to do it the flim flam wham bam thank you ma'am fucking fast way, don't do it the right way. I'm not a professional, but I fucking make an effort, I'll tell you that. Okay, it's getting wet there, but it's actually starting to get wet up here where this flange, this manifold flange is at. And then it'll blow, probably can't see it, it'll blow oil all down in here. So you go to the highest spot first. So if this wasn't wet, it would be coming from down here. But I did a compression check, it's 110, 110, so it's not the jug gasket, which is good. So it's a manifold gasket. Okay, that's fine and dandy. So on a sled is a bitch to work on. Trust me. Everything is compact. Everything is, you gotta remove one thing to get the next thing. And here we go. You gotta remove the can to move that exhaust. Move that exhaust. You take all those springs out. Then you gotta take them prong things and measure the temperature. Right, let me see it. Most sleds don't have that. I don't know why, they think it's a race fucking sled or something. That right there, it'll tell you if the bank is hot or cold. I don't know. I'm a fucking race guy. I'm gonna run into the fucking ground. Anyway, so I gotta take this manifold out, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to buy a new gasket right here. But I need to put the gaskets there because I'm almost positive it's coming there. I put new plugs in the beast. She wants to spitter and sputter, so I'm not a fucking mechanic, and when I get done what I'm doing, this is the way I look at it. I like this sled. I like this, Polaris is the only one that's got this. Crisscross. See, like this sled, which a lot of the sleds are made like this. You got a shock there, and you got a shock there. Okay, they make them longer and all this other stuff. People didn't like it when it came out. I really didn't like it either, but real comfortable ride where it actually pivots here and pivots here like a wishbone per se. And another thing I like is, I don't know if you can see it, yeah, you see the canister? It lets you adjust the walker shocks, let you adjust it on the fly, hard or soft. 2016 though, I got a hell of a deal. You see, I cut the fucking mirrors off. I always do. No, you're never always done with it. But back to the sleds. You know, I really try to do everything myself. I really do, because I find that people don't do a very good job. And let's just get sidetracked. My roof is not done on my house. Now, I've already paid for it. Pay for all the materials. It's setting down at a given place. Where I bought it from, I didn't buy it from, the man bought it from. It was paid for. Well, yeah, because I fucking I paid all the cash. Pay for the labor. I learned don't ever fucking pay for labor. I know better. But I thought I knew this dude. Anyway, I ain't heard. He was supposed to do it in October, and then we were supposed to do it in November, and then fuck, he could suck my dick. Revenge is best served cold, because I'm not letting this slide. Anyway, let's move on. I try to do everything myself because I find people don't do a very good job. Some people do, but very fucking rare. You gotta go through a lot of yeehaw dickweeds to get to a person that actually do a nice job. My point being is that I'm a hands-on kind of guy, and either one of these sleds doesn't run up to par. I mean, they run, but they're not money, they're loose change, put it that way. And these motherfuckers don't run like they're supposed to. They're going right down the goddamn Babbitts, pay that motherfucker $100 a fucking hour, and you troubleshoot this motherfucker, and you let me know when this fucker's done, because I'm not a mechanic. I got other fucking things to do. I got a house that's still finished. I got an ashtraban, whatever. You know, reason I say that is because, does it bother me that I can't fix it? Yeah. Does it bother me that I shouldn't be able to fix it? Yeah. Does it take away my self-esteem because I can't fix it? Yeah. I ain't got the rest of my motherfucking life to, like my dad used to say, pay the motherfucking man. I could waste hours on top of hours on top of hours on top of hours troubleshooting shit. Sometimes it's just better to pay the man and move the fuck on and call it a day. Because it ain't no fun when fucking 2016 Polaris 800 Pro R-LE limited edition will top out at fucking 110, and you got a 500 Ski-Doo SS CC. Fucking pull away from me, because once you get up to about 60 to 70, this bitch cuts out. I don't know if it's gas, I don't know what the fuck it is, but anyway, I'm done bitching. Piece of property, piece of oneself, piece on earth, rest in peace, bigger piece of pie, piece of action, piece of pussy, piece of corn dog, piece of pizza. When the big dogs get all done eating, even the puppies like me get a piece of something, motherfucker. Don't ever pay anybody in advance. Don't ever listen to anybody's fucking sad ass bullshit stories that they need to fucking borrow money and then they don't never fucking pay it back. You know, it's just bullshit. Fake ass fucking friends, what I call them. You know what? This is what I do. I don't lie, but I've learned to lie. When somebody says that they need something and borrow money, I ain't got it, bro. Fucking lie right through your teeth, because you know what? You gotta chase my motherfucking money, then they don't know your name. And you help the cocksuckers out. Then they don't fucking do the right thing. It was a bunch of bitches. Can I get an amen? Amen. But everybody's time is coming. In due time, trust me. Do something, motherfucker.